me.
Shots, and for the first one that we want to get into is Mortal Kombat, the movie. It released a week ago.
Yeah, last week. Yeah,
and so by this time, hopefully you guys have seen it. If not, spoiler alert.
I mean, it's free on not free, but it's
It's
HBO
on HBO
Max.
Max
So.
if you guys have cable or whatever, and you do that. But yeah, so we've all seen it. So as far as like video game movies go, right? All of them up until now have been shit. So does this still make it that video game movies are shit, or did this change your mind?
So I'll start. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Video game movies are shit. The first one I ever seen was the Super Mario one, and that was weird.
That was shit. It was shit, but it was a classic.
That was weird.
Right,
That was weird as fuck.
Like
Someone was high when they wrote that.
They were high.
They were
John Leguizamo was
tripping.
extra high.
They
Yeah,
was
it
tripping.
started with weird, and then it peaked at when I saw the World of Warcraft movie. That was shit, like, as you might say.
Oh, that was terrible.
That one was
Yeah.
bad. So when I saw
The
this
CGI
one,
was terrible, man.
when
Oh,
I
that
saw
was
this
terrible.
one, looking from the trailers, it looked polished. It looked flashy. It looked okay. This is when my wife told me it was on HBO Max, I was like, yeah, let's see it.
Yeah.
Day one, let's watch this. Shout out to my parents. I'm using your HBO Max. And,
We're using it.
Shit, I'm using my dad's
That's
HBO
funny,
Max
dude.
account too. So.
I think I am as well. I think we
I don't
all
pay
are.
for HBO.
I think
Anyways,
we all are. That's
so
funny,
yeah,
dude.
so I will say that I was entertained.
Okay.
All right, I thought it was an enjoyable movie. I wasn't bummed like the World of Warcraft movie.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was good. I don't know much about like Mortal Kombat lore. I don't know much about the storyline, but I like how it kind of made jokes at itself in some punchlines, and I like that part where he kept spamming like the low kicks. When he kept spamming the low kicks, and I was like, that's funny because you do that in the game and
Right.
stuff. So it had like some cool nods to the
game.
game.
Yeah.
It had some cool nods to like not taking itself so serious.
Right.
And I thought it was I thought the movie was polished. I thought the acting was really bad, but who cares? It's an action movie,
Yeah.
Like the main character. I was trying to remember the main character from the games. I don't really remember him.
Supposed to be Liu
There's
Kang,
never really
right?
a main character.
Or sorry,
there's
you
fan
know the guy
favorites.
where he's like getting beat up. Well, I don't even remember his darn name.
In the movie?
Yeah.
He's actually not in the games. Do you know that?
Oh, he's not in the game.
Yeah.
My
no,
wife
he's
and I
just a
researched that
character.
because we were confused
I was
the
trying
whole
to figure out
time.
who he was
He's a completely fictitious character from the game. They made him up just for the movie
because his acting was bad.
because they needed some link to Hanzo.
That
Because
makes sense.
it's hundreds of years ago, so they
Okay.
needed some link. So they just made him up.
Because I didn't remember him.
I was like-
They pulled that storyline out their ass anyway.
Dude, I was like,
four
dude,
lineages
what
ago,
the heck?
and then he's there like, come
I'm
on,
like,
man.
dude, like, what
That was a
armor is
reach.
this? What power is
Yeah,
this?
because I was like,
I couldn't link it with anything in
I
the
couldn't
game,
link it with-
dude.
dude, I was
like,
confused.
what is going on?
but I didn't really like his like acting, and he seemed so whack to me. I was like, whatever. But that makes sense. He wasn't even a freaking character.
He wasn't
so
a character.
Who cares,
Completely fictitious.
But overall, I thought it was enjoyable. The price tag was amazing.
The price tag was great. It was definitely they charged me exactly what it was worth. I felt like I got my money's worth on that one right there. For sure.
And would I watch it again? I mean, maybe if my brother was like, "Hey, have you seen it yet? You want to watch it?" On the
Don't
couch.
know if I would. I think I agree perfectly with the sentiment you're saying. I don't feel like I wasted my time.
Uh-huh.
And so free was exactly where it should be. Because I would have been mad even if it was
you had went
free,
to the
if it was
movie
bad, and
theaters
now I
and paid
wasted
for
my
that shit.
time too.
Yeah.
Then it's so for me, this movie falls into the category of okay. Like it was not good. I don't think it was good.
So are we still considering that all video game movies are shit movies?
This movie's not shit. It's close though. It's not shit. This isn't Mario.
It's like a doo-doo stain.
This isn't
It's like you started a little bit.
maybe a little sharp.
you caught it.
I don't know
You got
about
to
it's
the
like
bathroom
quite a
in time.
stain, but
Okay.
it was a wet one kind of
Alright.
thing. But
Yeah.
you caught it just in time
Okay.
before it became a shit stain.
Yeah.
So it's not quite. It's there. It's there though. It's like in that realm of like below average movies.
So would you watch it again?
I probably wouldn't. I will say this. My opinion may have been a little tarnished because I had just finished the previous night watching that Demon Slayer
I heard that one's
Mugen
good.
Train?
Mugen Train.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most dopest fights at the end like I've ever seen. And so I was like, that is sick. Going from like a dope, awesome fight like that to what I saw in Mortal Kombat was like a total like subpar disappointment.
It was
anticlimactic. And I was like, that's a bummer. Like maybe had I never watched Demon Slayer, my expectations hadn't been like on cloud 9. Like I want to go watch that Demon Slayer again just for that.
Side note though, that shit wasn't slow to you?
It was until that fight.
Yeah, it was like the whole first half of the movie. It's like,
but it was worth it, man.
I was falling asleep.
It was worth it for that ending.
I went to the theaters and I was like, damn, I'm falling asleep. I was mad because I was like nodding off in this shit. And then,
no, it was a little
then
slow.
It was like certain parts once they finally got to the boss on the train. And then it's like, okay, it picked up a little. And then after that, it picked up.
From that point, it was good.
Then it was like, okay, that's dope. But it's like,
was it on HBO Max by chance?
No,
that
it's
was
not.
No,
Okay.
that was
But
literally theaters only.
it's seriously like
for
really
now.
good from that point.
It'll probably get on HBO Max since,
They could have cut a lot of that dreaming stuff out.
Yeah.
But because once you get to that point, like you're talking about,
It's an actual good.
sick.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's
after that.
really sick. It's definitely one of the dopest anime fight scenes
But
I've
back-
seen in a while.
back to
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
I was really disappointed that there was no tournament. Really pissed off.
Oh, dude.
That's the whole purpose.
No, I
of
was
Mortal
really
Kombat.
mad. I was really mad. Like
Good point.
we were watching it. My wife and I were watching it, and I was kind of enjoying Kano quite a bit, like the jokes and stuff, and
Yeah.
like some of the
He
nods
was
at
witty.
certain things.
Yeah.
I was happy that they gave us an explanation for these guys' powers, which we never really had before. It's like, okay, that's cool, and it was kind of working.
The
And
power was based upon the mark, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
if you
Like
had the
whatever random
mark,
thing they
then you
give
were granted power that
And
you
it's
had to unlock.
transferable.
Yeah, it
Right.
was transferable. So some entity, deity puts that mark on you to keep
You
the
have been
balance of the
chosen.
universe. You've been chosen. And that's what I was like, oh, well, cool. Now I know why they're shooting fireballs and not laser beams from their eyes.
Right.
I never really knew that in the game.
Yeah.
You know, how did Liu King ever do that in the original movie? Pull a dragon out of nowhere. Like
It's
they
just
never
some-
explained
It's just
that.
something supernatural.
Yeah, so they didn't really explain it. They gave us an explanation, which is I appreciate that. I appreciate when they give me an explanation.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching, and we're about an hour in, and my wife's like, "Are they gonna have a tournament?" And I was like, "They gotta have a tournament." So I was like, kind of expecting it. Another 20 minutes pass, 10 more minutes. I'm like, "Dude, I don't think we're gonna get a tournament, man." And we never did. I'm like, "What kind of BS is this?" That's what Mortal Kombat is.
Yeah.
Like that was the only decent thing about the original Mortal Kombat movie was them compiling the heroes to the tournament location. That was like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And then we don't even get that. And then like I'm not even sure if they make it to if we're gonna get a tournament in that one either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like us versus aliens.
Yeah, so it's like when I was watching it, okay, the way it started off, I was kind of like, okay,
Right.
this might be good. Mm-hmm. Because it seemed like it had a storyline and a premise. Like it had a plot. You know what I mean? You got this man, he dies, but his son's still alive, or his daughter's still alive, or whatever. Like, how's this playing? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I honestly thought that it was a boy wrapped up. I thought that
So did I.
baby was a boy stashed
did I.
away. And then when they show the future, and it's like, okay, oh, so that's the boy. I didn't think that,
was
hundreds
400
of
years
generations had
passed, right?
passed.
Yeah.
4 generations had passed. You know, or whatever. So it started off cool, and then it just started to take a dive. Like, almost like the guy who wrote the first couple of pages of the movie dipped out. He was like, yo, I got signed to go do a Marvel movie, so I'm out. You know what I mean? And then it was something else. And so then the story started to get like basic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it went to having like, some cool characters or whatever. Some of the stuff was predictable. Because it's like, okay, you see Jax, he has both of his arms and they're regular. So, okay, something gonna happen to Jax.
Yeah.
So it's like a matter of time. When is it? Oh, okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, I felt like there was like a lot of cheesy lines in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Tons.
when Kano ripped the heart out of the beast and he's like fatality or something like that.
They're trying to link
It's
the
just
game,
like,
the joke in the game.
Yeah,
When
they
he was like
just tried to put
flawless
it in.
victory.
Yeah.
With his
Yeah.
hat.
Right. So there was like a lot of lines that were cheesy in there. I thought it was kind of I thought some parts were funny, like the way they clown Jax with them little shrimp boat arms. And then, when he was lifting the boulder off of Sonya and that shit went bing. Like, that shit was weak. But I legit thought that the way that each of these people manifested their what was it?
Arcana or something.
Arcana, was lame as hell.
Yeah.
Like
you just get angry and it happens.
Yeah, what's the guy with the laser?
You get in some death-defying, predicament, and then boom, something kicks in.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only part that I thought that was like really satisfying is that Sonya got her mark from Kano when he had originally said, "Well, if you want the mark, why don't you take it from me? Why don't you kill me?" Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was
predictable,
that it was
though.
come.
That's what That was very predictable. You knew it was going to happen.
Right. But it was just like, okay, when's it going to happen? Because this bitch has been on the whole road.
Well, dude,
she has not gotten the
that
mark.
was one of the giveaways for why we're not getting a tournament this time around.
Yeah.
It's like we're waiting forever. We know she's a member of the tournament, and it never happened.
But and you got like 15 guys on the good side, and they only showed 5.
I know.
5 or 6. Like, how do you go the whole
and
movie
one of the
if
5
you
or
don't
6,
give us Johnny Cage?
And one of the 5 or 6 wasn't even a real character.
No.
That guy, the main guy, Johnny or whatever, was a complete fictitious guy.
And I thought his ability was kind of ass. The little body armor, the Aztec body armor.
He could take a hit.
With the extra, sword thingies.
But I didn't like that they made Goro look like such a chump. Because I remember back in the day when you got to clapped. Goro, that was like the character before the end. Like, that dude was hard.
I agree. Dude, I agree, Mark.
Like, with the hatchet, he was like already getting penetrated. And then I was like, damn, they made him look like a chump.
You remember the part? Because he took Goro out like easy.
Like nothing.
Once he got his power, it was that was
the one Jax did in, right?
No.
Wait, which one was the one Jax did?
The guy with the armor.
The fictitious guy. He got the armor wrapped around his body. The fictitious guy with his family and his daughter and his wife.
Yeah.
He took out Goro.
He got him in the face.
He slid. He gutted him.
Yeah.
He has a little arm.
He made
whatever.
him look like a chump. That was like
he gutted him and then got him in the eye, right?
Yeah. Dude, remember the part in the movie when they were talking, and I think it was with that fictitious guy who's taking Sub-Zero. None of us can take him one-on-one. I'm like, what are you talking about? You just took out Goro, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You should easily be able to take out Sub-Zero. Goro was the final boss of the game, dude.
But the fact that the whole storyline was about like this tournament that gets held, these bad guys have won 9 out of the 10 times,
right.
or 9 times already. They got 1 more to win, and then like they spend the whole time cheating, like basically trying to pre-eliminate people before the tournament actually happens.
It's lame.
How the hell
lame
does that make
storyline.
sense?
Lame storyline.
Look, if you have won 9 times already straight, why not just do the tournament again and then win for the 10th time?
I was under the impression they've been cheating the last 9 times.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I
guess.
So the only reason why they won 9 in a row is because they've been cheating this whole time.
And then another thing that just like perplexed me, it mind-effed me to the most. My wife also was the fact that was it Raiden? Raiden? Yeah. He just all of a sudden starts pulling people from anywhere, anybody from anywhere to come and fight. So he pulls a bad guy and then his guy go fight over there. I'm gonna pull you and I'm gonna pull. Why didn't you do the shit before?
Dude, I thought.
Why didn't you gather all of your champions now?
Well, because he
pull them.
Yeah, in the beginning to collect
them. Instead of having people to go and find the champions, right?
Oh.
And then the dude who how long or something like that, or high. What was the guy's name who did the fireballs?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
That was the OG
I can't
guy.
remember his. Yeah, he's an actual
the
character.
fire dragon.
Yeah.
God, I just said his name a few minutes ago.
But he comes in when the group of the 3 guys, Jack, Sonya, and the other dude,
out of
come
nowhere.
in, and he's like, come with me. I'm gonna take you to Ryder. I bought them. I found them. Like, they're here. No, dude, you didn't find shit. They found this place, and you just met them at the door and brought them in. So you were tasked to find. You did a shit job at that because you did not find anybody. And
Liu Kang.
This is it. Yeah, Liu Kang.
Yeah, Liu Kang.
So there was like so many things.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was even searching,
was,
right? He'd just been training this whole time.
You're right. When they got invaded, he should have just teleported everyone to safety. Like, hey guys, we're safe in the middle of nowhere. They can't find us now.
There shouldn't have been as many deaths as there were.
That was a poor. But
the moment somebody got marked, they should have got pulled. Yeah. Like, he has that power.
And wasn't Liu Kang so weak, dude?
Liu Kang was.
He was getting his butt kicked, dude.
He was ripped, but he was
I was like, come on, this is supposed to be our hero. At least he was the winner, right?
Yeah. So basically, all in all, I'm gonna say that the video game movies are still shit. They can be okay, but I still consider that shit because it's not like something that I would ever really want to watch again. You know what I mean? I might, on a slim chance, I might happen to watch Mortal Kombat again to catch the parts that I fell asleep on, because that's how much I was entertained by it. I nodded off at some point in time in the very, like, you know,
I wanted
30,
better
40 minutes.
choreographed fights, man. I thought the fights were not
I
well
wanted a
choreographed.
tournament. That's what
And I wanted a
was
tournament, man, so badly.
So-
That's what we were all looking forward to.
I'll say I don't mind when video game movies come to streaming services for free 99 because I'll just borrow somebody's login and hey. No commitment.
Did you ever see the Assassin's Creed movie? That one's
did
decent,
not.
actually.
I didn't see it.
It wasn't well
actually,
reviewed, but I actually liked that one.
Actually, you're right. I totally forgot about the Assassin's Creed movie. That actually wasn't that bad.
I actually liked that
I heard
one.
the Prince of Persia one's
No, that one's terrible. Don't watch that one. Don't even watch that one.
That's
I
Jake
heard that one's
Gyllenhaal
bad.
too.
Yeah, that I know. He's one of my guys. I almost watch everything he does.
Yeah, he's a
And
good
that was
actor.
That's
bad.
Night Stalker Jake Gyllenhaal.
I know
doing
that
one.
master actor did
I
something
would,
crappy
I would
like
have
that.
to say that's probably the script's fault. On
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
for
I
sure.
can't get that one to Jake.
No,
Jake.
yeah,
I
it's
can't
poorly
have him down
directed
on that one.
and poorly scripted, both, right? But check out Assassin's Creed. It's dope, actually.
So Borderlands, the director of Borderlands, please bring your movie to HBO Max.
One of y'all end this cycle. Uncharted, be good. Borderlands, be
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Someone,
dude.
be
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's gonna be
I
so
think that
heartbreaking
dude-
if Uncharted is terrible.
Dude, be good.
I think the
please.
Borderlands movie is gonna be good. It's gonna be funny. I
It's gotta
high
be.
hopes.
That's what
They
they
got
have
the
to
decent
rest their bread
cast.
and butter on.
Dude,
is
the cast
comedy,
is good,
right?
dude.
The comedy.
Yeah.
has
So how you
to
gonna
be
mess
If the
that up?
comedy's good, well, okay, we'll have a winner for once. But
I think we will.
I